Hey guys, not for today and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about something a bit different than usual. And today we're going to be talking about Gundam. Now, if you've seen my profile, my YouTube profile, you see it's an image of a Gundam 00, one of my favorite, probably my favorite Gundam still to this date. And the reason we're talking about Gundam because there's a new series, The Witch from Mercury, that came out. First episode showed on Sunday. And yeah, we're going to be talking about that today. Before we get into that quickly, I'm just going to talk about my history of Gundam. For probably newer people who come into this YouTube channel. I'm just people who are interested in watching this. That's my original subscribers anyway. So I started with Wing, you know, back in TV. Wing was a big one back in the day. I think the days of Toonami and Cartoon Network and so on. You know, then I eventually started watching more. I've watched 00, I've watched Seed Destiny, I've watched 0079, you know, that's the first Gundam. I've watched Zeta, you know, War in the Pocket, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Turn A, Victory. I've watched a plethora of Gundam. Charles Counterattack, the movies, you know, Halfway, that's still coming out. I've watched pretty much every Gundam apart from the Gunpla ones, and then some OVAs like the Igloo. I haven't watched that. Animation's kind of disgusting. And I haven't watched Double Zeta, but I've watched pretty much every other one, even Age and stuff like that. So yeah, finally, we got Witch from Mercury, the first new Gundam since Iron-Blooded Orphans back in like 2017. And it's actually my first Gundam that I'm actually watching week by week. Normally when I watch Gundam, I always joined when the series was finished and I just watched at my own pace. So this meant a lot to me to be able to watch this as it goes along. So far, this anime has been pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Now, the main character, I think her name is Shuleta. Shuleta Mercury, interesting name since she's from Mercury. It's kind of lazy now I think about it, but yeah, she's very timid, very worried and scared at the moment. She seems to be very nervous in approaching new people, probably quite sheltered, very timid person so far. I'm just reading on the wiki and says that she's only really communicated with her mum and not many other people, so that's probably why. It was quite annoying, to be honest, to see that, but I think it's definitely going to be one of these things where, you know, Gundam are quite used to building up characters, you know, for the long haul. So, you know, as the series goes on, she's going to develop more. We're going to see more about her, and she's going to become a stronger person, which is going to be cool to see. In fact, she kind of reminds me of Camille, as at the start, Camille was arrogant, he was ignorant, and he thought he knew everything, and he didn't. He got clapped up by a lot of people, by like Emma, by like Char, Roberto, Lee Wong, and, you know, even Bright. So, and then he learned. He became one of the greatest characters in anime history, in my opinion, towards the end of the series. He was fantastic. But even in the middle, like his development with Fawn and so on was fantastic. So I'm hoping we see something similar to her personality, because I think, you know, it would be really cool to see her show herself shine, because when she was in a Gundam, she definitely seemed more confident in her abilities and as herself as a person, which was great. And even though she was scared, she still stood up to that guy in the later one in the series. I think his name was Joel. Kind of rhymes with Phil. It's a bit of a weird name, but yeah, I found that was really cool. Now, it seems there's the other main character, Miori. I think that's how you pronounce it. These names. She seems to be a really important character in the series. It seems like her and Shilata are gonna have a lot of communication, and in fact, at the end of the series, she ends up becoming her fiance. I don't really know how that's gonna follow in the series. Like, I don't know if they're actually going to take this seriously, or is she really serious about that, or I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes along. But it's interesting of a twist in Gundam. We haven't really, you know, there's not much romance. I mean, there's always romance, but there's not everyone really follows on from this. So we're gonna see this actually develops into any type of romantic involvement, or is it just something that they've used as a plot device, and, you know, things are gonna change as it goes along. So we'll see there. When it comes to Jewel seems like the anime is a lot about dueling, you know, very about honor and about the school that they've gone to, because this is one of the first Gundams. Well, there's 3 Gundams that are based in schools overall at the start that I can think of on top of my head, and that's Zeta, we got Seed, and then we got this one. But, you know, most times when it starts in school, the school kind of gets, you know, blowed up, things happen, and then that's when they, you know, issues arise, and then, you know, the war times come. So it hasn't really happened in this episode. We'll probably see in the next one or the one after. Things have to pick up from the school. I hope they don't stay in school too long, because I'm never really interested in schools. I don't find them as much as interesting. Definitely in this type of anime, they need to get out there, and we need to see these dynamics between and politics and war, and these different ethics that Gundam, you know, puts towards us to really wonder, like, who's right, who's wrong, you know, why is the world like this? and I'm excited to see more as it goes along. I've never done a video review of like an episode before. This is less than I guess this isn't really a review, it's more like an overview, but I don't want to talk about every single particular thing. I want to kind of, right now I'm actually just looking through the episode right now just to see anything in particular. The animation was gorgeous. I was always thinking this animation is going to be fantastic because Hathaway's animation was top tier, so I was never worried about this animation in this series. And it seems like the fighting is definitely going to be on top. Some of the fighting in Iron Blooded that back in the time, definitely the space battles weren't as good. The ground battles were fantastic, but the space battles weren't as good as 00. I believe they were lacking in space battles, but the ground battles was good in the anime. So I'm hoping that this anime can really fulfill both levels as it goes along. But definitely her Gundam, I think Ariel, it seems strong. It's got funnels, it's got shields that can deflect beams. I'm not sure how strong his beam cannon was. You know, it didn't, I mean, it's hard to compare, but it seems like Ariel Gundam is going to be a powerful contender when it comes to the power of Gundam. The style looks very similar to Exia, but a slimmer version, definitely around the face. It's got the dual swords as well, it seems like, which is interesting. But the funnels and a shield seems to be a big thing about her. Maybe she's more probably like one shield technique with funnels. That's cool. There's not many Gundams with funnels, and funnels are mostly like an end game thing, right? Like when I think about funnels, I think about the end of Zeta. I think about the end of 0079. I think about the end of Seed and Seed Destiny when funnels start coming in, or even in 00. You know, so to see her get funnels this quickly, and they were very effective. She's very good at them. I want to see how things develop as they go along. But yeah, I'm very interested to see where the story's going to lead, and I'm going to be reviewing probably every episode, I hope. I don't know how I'm going to do these, but yeah, this is exciting, man. This is a good time to be a Gundam fan. We're great. We got Hathaway. Thunderbolt will come back eventually because they still haven't finished it, and I don't know where Thunderbolt is. Like, where is Thunderbolt? Now, honestly, that's crazy. They still got one more movie they were gonna do for Thunderbolt. They ain't done that. They talked about a 00, something to do with 00 a while ago. They haven't done that either. And then they said they're gonna do something Iron Blood Dolphins as well as a prequel. To the wars that was going on. I don't remember when that period was, but yeah, I want to see I can't really tell who's the bad people in this one or who's the good people, but I've had a guess. It has something to do with that. We had that scene about how good certain organizations are doing and how much they benefit to the group, and some teams were in the red for like 3 years in a row, and they got they kind of got defunded and they got pretty much bankrupt. They went pretty much bankrupt. So I don't know. It seems like money has a lot, and organizations have a lot to do with this. So there's a lot of corruption going on. So this is going to be interesting going ahead. But that's it for me, guys. Like, subscribe if you want to see more Gundam content. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to see some other content, just have a look what I do. I play indie games, I play Monster Hunter, I play other games as well. I play a lot of games, and I like to talk about Gundam now. So, I mean, I've always liked to talk about Gundam, but just not on the channel. So, stay tuned. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.